Okay, so just kind of an update on the clementine tree. For those of you who have been following along with the channel for a while, you may recognize this, and it's just a lot bigger than it used to be. So this is a citrus tree. We bought this on Amazon, shipped directly to the house. I will put a link in the description, an Amazon link, to the citrus tree and the lemon tree. There's a lemon tree that they have also. Isn't Amazon cool? You can order just about anything. But I'll put links to this stuff in the description too, in case you guys want to get one. But we've had this now for about 2 years, I think a little over 2 years, about 2.5 years. And it has finally produced a couple oranges for us, or clementines. I may refer to them as oranges. It has been very, very healthy. We are here in Michigan, and you can see the last one. I've been waiting to pick this until I did this video. So we're gonna pick this one off. It's definitely ready. We had another one that was ready a few weeks ago that we picked and we ate, and it was absolutely delicious. It was awesome. So it's on there better than I thought. But it's a pretty good size. I'll get focused here. It's a pretty good size little clementine, and it does have seeds. They're not seedless. But very, very good. And so what we did, and you can see we're missing a bunch of dirt in here. This thing blew over a few times outside. I got to get some more compost to amend to the top here. This could be repotted also. It's in a pretty good sized pot here. I don't know how many gallons or whatever size this thing is, but we've never, put it in anything else. It's been in the same pot since we got it. So a couple things about this. I did a video, and I'll link to that video on this little gadget. This was an attempt to kind of continuously feed the citrus tree, and it worked very, very well. What we did was I have this little tube here that goes kind of, well, it's kind of full of dirt now, but it went all the way down to the bottom, and it has a bunch of holes drilled in it. And again, I'll put a link to the actual video if you want to learn more about this thing. But we filled this with compost worms, red wigglers, and then we would just throw food scraps in here every once in a while. And they would kind of eat those food scraps and carry the, their own vermicompost, I guess you could say, or worm castings throughout the pot here, and help to feed or fertilize the tree. So that worked really well. However, we let it dry out a few times, really bad out in the summer. When we have it outside in the summertime, I forget to water it, and then all the worms died. So you can't let those worms dry out. They need a lot of moisture. So, but we keep it in front of a south-facing window. It is kind of later in the day now, so it's not getting too much sun. And we just rotate it around. So whenever it's getting a lot of sun on this side, and then we'll, every few weeks or so, I'll try to remember to just kind of rotate it around a little bit. And it seems to grow really well. So it doesn't really stick with the same seasons that they would in nature, because we're taking it in and out. It starts to flower at kind of odd times. And it'll get loaded with flowers. I'll see if I can find a picture to throw in here, but it just gets loaded with flowers. And they'll all self-pollinate, so you don't need to have 2 of them or anything. And there's like, I don't know, it could be 60 or 70 clementines on here. But all the little clementines will start to form after the flower, and then if if the tree is not mature enough, it'll drop most of them. It also will drop most of them if it's too dry or it doesn't have enough nutrients. So I have found that we do need to fertilize this tree. Even though we do amend it with compost and stuff like that, being that it's in a little pot and it's very hungry, especially when it starts to flower like that. So if you really want to load it up with clementines, there is a citrus, it's an organic citrus fertilizer that we used. It's the only time I've ever bought fertilizer in my life for anything. And I'll put a link to that in the description. It was only like $8, and it'll last several years. So it was plenty. And it responded very well to that. So to answer the question, can you grow clementines or oranges in Michigan? The answer is yes, you certainly can. Very, very easily. These trees get very big. It needs to be pruned. I know somebody's going to probably say, hey, you need to prune that thing, it's a mess, and it is. I haven't never pruned it, and so I will do that this year and get it trimmed way back, which will help as well. So, but awesome little deal. If I had more south-facing windows in this house, I would have a lemon and a lime tree also. I just love these things. To be able to grow your own fruit inside and in the winter time is just something I like to do. So, but if you guys have questions, just a quick update on this. If you guys have any questions or anything about the tree or how to grow one, please ask. I would love to answer them for you. I'm not an expert, but I have had this one for at least a few years. Again, links in the description to this stuff, guys. We do get credit for those clicks if you check these things out over on Amazon. And we love Amazon. We buy everything there. So, but as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.